I'm Leigh Bullington, and today I have with me Stephanie Prince. Stephanie, introduce yourself.
I'm Stephanie Prince. I'm the Family Consumer Science Agent in Lonoke County.
So today we're going to be using some rice in a recipe.
We are.
And we're going to make this artichoke rice dip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what time of the year is it?
It is harvest season.
It's harvest season, so we're harvesting rice, but
Yes.
it's also in August starts football season, doesn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And so there's all kinds of tailgating going on, and in the South we tailgate, through the first of the year, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just keep on with that. So this would be a great recipe maybe to use for a tailgate, or if you're having a watch party and you're watching your favorite football team.
Which is all the time in our house.
All the time.
Coach's wife over here.
Well, yeah, so if you're a coach's wife, you want to watch football continuously, don't you? Oh, I understand that. All right, so this is an artichoke dip, and it's got in it about a half cup of cooked rice. Well, we're going to cook the rice.
Yes.
And so it's going to turn out to be about a full cup of cooked rice.
We're going to use long grain rice.
Long grain rice? Yes. Okay. And so to do that rice, we use about a half a cup of raw rice, and then a cup of water.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, you know, rice is really great about taking on the flavors that you cook it with.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
so what are we cooking in this rice?
So we're adding some garlic, about 2 tablespoons of garlic, and then we're adding about a half a teaspoon, a little less salt.
Of salt to it, okay. So then we'll have our cooked product. So this is really, after you get all of your ingredients assembled, it's pretty quick to make, isn't it?
It is. It actually really is, and it's perfect if you're wanting to do a tailgate, like you said, because once you have it all prepared, you can just put it in something to keep it warm and take it wherever you need to go.
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
So let's get to stirring it up then.
All right, so we first add our cooked rice, which we've already cooked in a saucepan with the garlic and salt. Get that in there.
Okay.
Then we're going to...
Those are the artichoke hearts, is that
These are
correct?
our artichoke hearts.
And so to prepare those, I know you chopped them, but before that, a lot of times when we have different canned vegetables, it's really helpful to rinse.
Yes, so I open them and I rinse them just to bring that sodium down.
Right, because so many times our canned vegetables has so much sodium in it. So you can really lower the sodium of a lot of your different dishes, not just this, anytime if you will rinse those
canned
veggies.
vegetables. Yes, for sure.
So that's great. And then what else are we going to put in there? Is that our olive-based mayonnaise?
This is our olive-based mayo, and it's a cup of it.
All right.
This is going to be what binds all the good stuff together.
Right.
So it'll fit really good on that chip that you want to eat it on.
Yes. I mean, you know, when you have a nice dip, you want some nice chips to have it on. And you don't want it to run all off of it. And this is going to be a nice dish for that.
That was our Parmesan, about a cup of it. And our
shredded Parmesan, and then your shredded
mozzarella. Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Now
and then there's those water chestnuts.
Your favorite.
I really like that. I mean, it really gives such a neat consistency and a texture to like a dip. It's kind of a surprise when you bite into it. It's got that little bit of a crunch.
It does. We also did the same with our canned chilies. I drained them and rinsed a little bit.
Those too?
Because they have a really potent taste, and you're going to taste them.
All right, so it's going to kind of
and it's going to bring that sodium down. Yes.
And bring the sodium down. And then there.
This is what's going to give us our pretty color.
I know, I just love to put roasted
It's going to give us our
pretty
color.
That's going to be yummy. And then
and so simple. This is our onion powder. Okay. Yes, we did a half a teaspoon.
Your little bit of.
And we're going to add some more color.
Some more color with that paprika.
I don't know about you, but I'm a Razorback fan, so we're putting the red in there.
Too.
We're going
to red, and we're going to call our hogs. So, you know, while you're mixing that, let's talk a little bit about rice.
Actually, though, Lonoke County, which is the county that I'm in currently, is the first county to be able to grow rice successfully.
Really, in Arkansas?
Yes, ma'am. Right outside of Carlisle, the story goes that we had 2 farmers, 2 brother-in-laws, who actually went on a duck hunting trip to Louisiana and learned all about rice production and decided they could probably do that where they are. So
and they were really successful, weren't they?
They were.
Well, yeah, because Arkansas is like the #1 rice producing state in the United States?
Yes.
Well, you know what else about rice? Rice is a great extender of our dishes, and this is a great example of how you can make that
When
dish.
you want to feed a crowd.
Yeah, to feed that crowd, to add some rice to it, because rice does take on the different flavors that you're mixing it with.
It's really versatile.
Yeah,
it
and
is.
You know what else? Very few people are allergic to rice. You know, so many people have allergies, food allergies nowadays.
And it is a gluten-free option.
Right, it's gluten-free. And then if you happen to be able to use like a brown rice in the recipe, then you're really adding some fiber to it.
Oh, yes.
So now you've got it all mixed up?
I have it all mixed. You want to have it mixed pretty well.
Okay.
Like that mayo is going to be your binder, so you're going to be able to see that it's sticking
So it's all
sticking
mixed
well to each
and
other.
So then we're just going to put it in this baking dish?
Yes, you want to put it in a baking dish.
Okay.
You want to preheat your oven to 350
Okay.
while you're doing this.
All right, so you're going to do that. So we just used a long grain white rice in this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But there's a lot of different kinds of rices out there. And there's a short grain rice and a medium grain rice. There's some aromatic rices.
Yes, ma'am.
I think people don't realize what a versatile component rice can be in our dishes. So they all have such unique differences to them. Those long grains, not quite as sticky as a shorter or medium grain. That looks great. So then what are we going to do with it?
We are going to put it in the oven for 25 to 35 minutes.
Okay.
Just enough to let it all bind and get warm and gooey and delicious.
Wonderful.
I topped it with some more Parmesan cheese and paprika. You don't have to do that, but I just thought it'd make it look a little better.
Just a little extra garnish on it. Well, let's try it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Now, if we were taking this to a tailgate, one of the things we want to remember is about maybe cross-contamination.
Yes, ma'am. So you want to make sure you take enough utensils so you're not using utensils over and over again, because you probably don't have a water source for your tailgating to wash them properly.
But if we're just at home, then
yes,
we're probably pretty safe. But nobody really likes a double dipper, do they?
No.
No, I know I don't
We
like
do
somebody
not.
double dipping.
So make sure, yes, that you are bringing plates and all those things, so you don't have someone that's just like, you're just dipping out of the same thing.
Right.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I know, and especially if you're like something at a tailgate or something like that. But if you've got some little small serving dishes where you can serve individual portions, it really helps. So, and another thing is oftentimes when we're having a dip or something like that, we eat it with like really salty chips or salty crackers. And so we have just taken a baguette.
To combat that, yes. We've taken a baguette
and just sliced
We've sliced it into small pieces.
And toasted them?
I put a little oil on top and put them in the oven and let them just get a little brown.
Okay.
The toasty.
Right. And then these are unsalted pita chips?
Yes, ma'am.
So again, trying to cut that salt and sodium in our diet.
And I think they're a bit heartier because this is a heartier dip.
It is.
And when you dip, you don't want your chip breaking.
To break into it. And that's right. So you need something kind of substantial to eat it with. I'm ready to try it. What about you?
Are you? I am. I'm so ready. Let's go ahead. Get some.
What are you going to have?
Try a chip.
You're going to have a chip? I'll try a baguette then. Let's see. That is so good.
That is really good.
I love that. I'm going to have that at my next tailgate.
Oh yeah, definitely next tailgate dip right here.
You know, doesn't matter who we're playing. Or what about your hometown people?
Oh yeah, they would love it, especially the rice in it. Even my husband, so picky, but he would love this.
Well, you know, when it has rice in it, it is going to be Arkansas homegrown and homemade.